hopefully I have the answer. In today's Q&A, I'm going to follow up from part 1 of my video on post-workout nutrition. Before I did pre-workout nutrition, now we're going to do post-workout nutrition. Reminder, the question was asked in the group. It said, Sam, what should I eat in regards to carbohydrates, fats, and proteins? Is there a difference between what activity I'm doing that day? Is there certain amounts that I need to be getting in? What's the deal with workout nutrition, pre and post? We already covered pre-workout. Just a recap of that. That is, you're going to want to primarily stick to carbohydrates and protein pre. Now let's talk about the post-workout. So before I get into the post-workout, a reminder, nutrition is going to be individualized to everybody. So take what I'm saying in today's video with a grain of salt. And then really the best thing to do is consult your fitness professional on what specifically works best for you, given how your body works. Now, if you don't have a fitness professional, you can listen to me and follow this advice. It should do you solid, okay? So post-workout, what to eat. We're going to want to stick to carbohydrates and protein, again, similar to we did pre-workout, and then some fats too. We want to take a nice balanced approach after we work out. Before I talk about how much and ratios and things like that, I do want to let you guys know, you do not need to rush 45 minutes after your workout to eat. There was this myth long ago, promoted really by supplement companies, that said you need to eat 45 minutes after you work out. The reason that they said that is they were trying to ritualize you taking their protein powder after you work out. If you ritualize it, you're going to do it more. You're going to buy more protein from them. So that was a myth that was really popular in, I know, the early or late 1990s and then early 2000s. That's not true. You don't need to follow that advice, okay? So now that we got that out of the way, what to eat. So start out with a good source of carbohydrates. Reason being is you're going to want to replenish all that glucose and glycogen that you ate during your training session, no matter what type of training session you did. So if you just did a long run, or if you just did some short strength training or a short HIIT session, regardless, you just burn through a lot of glycogen and glucose. You're going to want to replenish that. So nice, steady source of carbohydrates. Again, I usually recommend fruits and white rice, a sweet potato. Keep it nice and simple there. We don't need to be eating candy bars and all those things to get it in quicker after. It really doesn't make a difference. After that, we're going to look for a good source of protein. So lean protein sources, we're looking at, chicken, turkey, and then lean styles of beef, okay? Those are going to be your best kind of protein sources, or fish. If you're in the low country, we got excellent seafood, so you can throw some of that in post-workout. And we're going to want a nice balanced fat. Typically, I would recommend something after workout like an avocado to start to replenish that. Now with the fat source, I wouldn't go crazy with the fat source right after you work out. What you could do is you can load up more on the fat at nighttime, protein and fat at nighttime, and scale back on the carbohydrates then, or take them out completely before moving into your next kind of training session. One other thing to note, since we know now we want to get in protein, carbs, and fats after workout, the only time that you would really need to eat quickly after you train is if you're going to have another training session that day. You're going to want to make sure that you replenish everything quickly. I know before I said it doesn't matter if you eat 45 minutes before, it doesn't. But if you have another training session coming up in 2 or 3 hours, you're going to want to make sure that you eat quickly enough to replenish that. Also, one thing that's often neglected after exercise, hydration. Make sure you're getting in lots of water. I would say a minimum for the majority of people should be 40 ounces of water after they're done training. Okay, you're going to want to get that in. And just like I kind of said in the pre-workout video, if you're not a carbohydrate fan, what do you do if you're on a low-carb, keto-style diet? Make sure that you're getting in adequate salt, magnesium, all those electrolytes. That way you can be balanced and ready to go for your next training. So quick recap, after training, it's not really going to matter. You're going to want to make sure that you're getting in your carbohydrates, your good sources of protein directly before that next training, at least 2 hours before that next training. As long as you get that in, you'll be good to go. Make sure you're hydrating. And that is all I have for you guys today. So if you have any other questions for me, drop them in the comments. I'd love to answer them. We can get more specific on that if you need to. If you have any specific questions on that, you can reach out to me directly via direct messenger. That's all I have for you guys today. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you loved it, give me a heart. And as always, stay strong.